Oh, is this wait? This is the final like show guys versus hater conference game.
No, there's one next week. There's one every week. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
All right. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm ready whenever y'all are.
All right, give me a
Are
second.
you gonna start off? I'm good. Ready?
Yeah, sure, go for it. I'll let you lead off this time.
Okay, thank God. Okay, welcome back everybody to week 9, season 4, I believe, what's it called, of the DSA Slugging Association or Dark Horse Slugging Association. I'm joined here with my co-host Ben.
I'm never letting you lead off ever again.
Never again. I don't know why you let me lead off. You chose the
I don't know
worst
why I
person.
did that. That's my fault. I was typing
Yeah.
up the notes for the pregame, and I was like, I need time to do this. And then you started speaking, and I realized my mistake.
Yeah, you chose the worst guy. But speaking of worst guy, here we are with two of the best teams actually playing today. But we still have, I believe, Fallout Boy still vying for that auto bid against an unexpected dark horse in the Warriors, facing against Toadstool Titans, I believe. Yeah, Toadstool Titans.
Why are you talking about the Warriors, dude? They're not playing right now.
No, but this game will have major implications. Yes. Okay, you understand. This game, even though it's week 9, has major implications when it comes to the auto bid. Because Fallout Boys, if they just win this game, they get the auto bid and are still vying for the number 1 seed in the playoffs.
Yes, on the other side, the Hater Conference just now, in fact, the Critter Crew have clinched the Hater Conference. And as you just said, it will take a Fallout Boys victory here today to clinch first place. Now, if they lose, things are going to get interesting. Because not only can the Warriors then move to 5-4 in their game, but if the Fallout Boys lose out, there's a chance that they completely lose out on that first round bye.
That's just a scary thought overall, because after, I guess so to say, a hot start, starting 6-0, I believe back-to-back losses, if I'm correct.
Wait, just breaking. Okay, we are live. Okay, Brandon just asked if we're live.
Yes. Oh, beg your pardon. So after a surprising loss last week to the Warriors, it has really thrown a wrench into this entire decision making or playoff scenario. But yes, so yeah, just a big excitement, I guess, so to say, like what's going on, because not only do we have the two teams like vying for the auto bid, but also just how this will impact not only the, I guess, run differential aspect of it, because if the Fallout Boy like don't win this one, of course run diff comes into play, and with how close they've won most of their games, it's like,
but yeah. But going over back to the Hater Conference, to be quite honest with you, because we talked a lot about how the Fallout Boys are in playoff position, and if they win this game, they're in. The Royals just dropped their game to Critter Crew. And because of that, if the Titans win this game, they will, again, cement themselves in the top. They can really almost guarantee themselves a spot in the playoffs if they win this game. I say almost guaranteed because we don't quite know just yet. The highest thing they can get is 3 at this point.
Absolutely. But I think, like what I was trying to say earlier after my brain decided to not listen to me, but Fallout Boys recently, or basically the entire season, have not been, I guess, so to say, an exciting team when it comes to like scoring runs on their opponents.
Not at all. They have one of the worst run differentials in the league. Like, it is, they have the lowest run differential that is positive. And of the 6 teams that are in the playoffs right now, they have the worst run differential.
Absolutely. What I was trying to say mostly is that the Titans, even though they are still technically in the playoff hunt and have a chance to be eliminated, it's hard to see Fall Out Boys having such a big impact where, so to say, that they could possibly put the Toadstool Titans in a very scary situation where that they might not make it. But I still believe that the Titans, even if they lose both games, they're secure enough with the run differential that so to say that they're guaranteed to make the playoffs.
Yes. My quick rundown, because I forgot to do it this week. We have Fire Bro starred up top there for the Fallout Boys, and then on the bottom we have Funky Kong lined up and ready to go for the Titans. So I believe we're ready to start this game.
If you're ready, I'm ready to get this game over with.
I'm ready as I'll ever be. So let's get things started from Daisy Cruiser at night.
Daisy Cruiser at night. Hopefully we have another guest appearance from Herman, but every time we visit the stadium, it's always a guaranteed visitation from him, especially with how much he impacts the play of the game. Like, even though you wouldn't think much of it.
Hammer Bro charging up to start this game. He is trying to get in here fast.
Absolutely.
And that is a great play at first.
Honestly, not something you expect from Tiny, given how frail she appears to be. But taking that load was a caught straight to her face, but amazing catch overall.
Yeah, come on. As BJ gets on first. And here comes the starred Fire Bro. This can be dangerous.
And showing that he is dangerous with a possible home run.
It's a two-run homer. Off the bat, the Fallout Boys are trying to show the world they are playoff ready. They want to win this conference. One thing I forgot to mention in the pregame, this game in the Hate or Chill Challenge decides who takes the lead. And that means next week's game will decide who wins the Hate or Chill Challenge.
That's such an amazing thing. That so far it's been tied, like how you said. Not something I'd expected. Heading to the season, many believed that the Hater Conference was the conference to be in, with how powerful and how amazing the players were. But to see a 4-4 tie between both conferences shows that it's not what you really expected. But here we are with Koopa the Quick with the RBI opportunity, but I believe that is.
And the bases are loaded, and I was going to talk about this guy, Dry Bones. This is actually Green Boner. Never mind. We're waiting on the other guy, I guess.
I mean, I don't know if they're. Are you talking about regular Dry Boner? Or...
Yes, regular Dry Boner. I'm tired.
I believe he is with one of the teams that somehow still in the playoff hunt, Mayhem. I mean,
as we just missed Abe run into home. It's a 3-0 ball game.
I mean, I guess Fall Out Boys are trying to.
They're trying to kill their opponent early.
Absolutely, trying to improve their run differential while worsening JT or the Toadstool Titans to try to possibly knock them out of that playoff hunt. But here we are with, I believe this is.
Oh wow, that's 2 sent home. They have not blown out an opponent all year, and after dropping 2 of their last 3, they want to show that they have the ability to blow these teams out.
So yeah, when you have Fall Out Boys blowing you, I think anybody would be surprised. But here we are with, I believe, Mayo, if I am correct. But incredible, sexy play from DK to end the inning.
And that will stop the bleeding, but that is a disastrous start of the game if you are the Toadstool Titans.
Absolutely, but leading off, his Toad, really interesting choice from the Toadstool Titans. Not someone you'd really expect, but I guess when you have someone as fast as him, you do want him, what's it called, leading off base running. But here we are with, I believe, Abe? What's it called? But incredible play from Hammer Bro to just get the first out.
Indeed.
But back to this playoff scenario, since both teams are actively involved in it, I guess so to say. But it's I want to see what your thoughts are with what's gonna happen, especially with the Mayhem and Wigless, who are somehow still in the playoff hunt, even though being I believe 5 and 6.
It's I think at the end of the day, when it comes down to those two teams, because of the trade that just happened, and this is gonna get home. It's 5-1 now.
Okay. Yep.
Deep
Titans-
drive into left field. In fact, but honestly, I think it would benefit everyone if the Mayhem started losing and the Wigglers started winning. I think that would benefit everyone, and that's my unbiased opinion.
I believe so.
It's a tight playoff run. It really is. As Funky Kong's gonna get out, and that's a double play, and that's not what you want when you give up 5 at the top of the first. It's a 5-1 game.
Absolutely. When you're basically back to the top of the order, with I believe Hammerrow coming to lead off. But yes, I know, especially GM Ben, who pulled off the heist of a century earlier, but the Violator pulling off a sexy play to prevent another intense run score inning. But GM Ben's hoping Mayhem loses. But hopefully, possibly an item will be used, but just a little late. But I believe GM Spivey hoping Mayhem wins, but kind of also
it's a tighter than expected playoff race, to be quite honest with you.
Absolutely, but Mayhem kind of overperformed, but Firebro, I believe, with another home run in back-to-back innings.
2 at-bats, he has 2 home runs, and it is a 6-1 ball game.
Honestly, he's possibly going for the record. I believe the record in a single game is, 5 home runs or 4 home runs in a single game. Looking to make an impact on the DSA history.
And that will end the inning.
Absolutely. But Abe with a quick dribbler to DK. But here we are. Speaking of DK, leading off. Looking to hopefully score.
Yes.
But with someone as reliable of a pitcher as Abe, I don't see how he makes an impact. But here you are with the quick out. But honestly, let's go back to last week's games where you had the Toadstool Titans absolutely, I don't want to say surprising win, but it was just a great game last week. Or, okay, I guess I'm misremembering. Critter Crew absolutely destroyed the Titans. I'm probably thinking of a different game. But I guess
the Titans lost 13-3 to Critter Crew last week. That wasn't necessarily an exciting game. Unless you're talking about the Warriors win over Fallout Boys.
Yep, that's probably the game I'm thinking of, but,
And that was 3 up, 3 down for the Titans. This is not what you want as a team in the playoff hunt.
Absolutely.
Dark Boner is going to come up here and try to extend this lead.
Looking to go yard.
Gone. It is 7-1, and let the beating commence.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm questionable decisions from the Titans coaching staff, I guess, so to say, keeping Funky in when he's already shown that he's tired. But now
they're kick him out now. They're sending him to the curb. They've had enough, and they're gonna send in Donkey Kong, who is starred, to pitch this game. Oh wow!
Ooh, showing the
just
fastball.
Great, and he's gonna throw a star pitch here.
Absolutely, but I know according to some, I guess to say conspiracy theorists that I know of, whenever a player is starred, whenever they throw more star pitches, it tend to lead to the player getting tired faster. So, questionable choices from the Toadstool Titans to star DK as a starting pitcher or as a relief pitcher. But showing that he's already made an impact relieving Funky.
Oh no! The power block got to him, but they also got to the runner. But he's gonna throw to second, and then the first, and it's safe.
Almost thrown out, but questionable choices from the right fielder not to throw it home or to the first base.
What a sequence of! Oh my god! Oh my god!
It happens again.
It happened again. The same
Almost thrown
sequence.
out again.
The same sequence happened twice in a row. If I see a POW block appear in the bottom right corner.
But this is not the person you want, what's it called, with two runners on. With,
yes, and so Donkey Kong's going to throw the kitchen sink at him, and that's going to go foul.
So, absolutely, but Hammer Bro looking to make an impact at his brother Fire Bro, but hits it straight towards the Violator to end the inning after
Donkey
very...
Kong comes in and saves the rest of that inning.
Absolutely. But here, speaking of the Violator, after getting the final out of the top of the third, leading off.
And then getting a good hit over to first base.
Absolutely. Trying to possibly get some runs back, but not looking good with, I believe this is Noah trying to advance the runner.
And he won't.
But incredible play from Fire Bro.
And we're back at the top of the order.
Yes, we are. But
that is a good hit there. And he gets on first.
Yep, the Speedy Toad looking to hopefully run, but not someone you really want at the plate to be hitting for you in Tiny Kong.
Oh wow!
With a 0-2 count, and Toad is stealing.
Toad is stealing.
But it does not matter with
sexy play.
Sexy play for Hammer Bro. Honestly, it's been a while since I've actually seen a player with a successful steal. Herm making another appearance.
In the last 10 innings played, the Toadstool Titans have been outscored, and nope, it's going to land short.
If the POW block does not make an impact, and it does!
Ground rule double.
That's the first ground rule double I've seen in a while. Not something you really expect. But
as I was
incredible.
Saying, in the last 10 innings, wait. Never mind, I got to correct it
another
one more
possible
time.
home run. And it just lands fair.
Lands fair, wow. Okay, so, as I was saying, in the last 10 innings played, they have been outscored 20-4.
That's astonishing. But Abe with the nice single between the middle to bring in another run.
They've been outscored 21-4 in the last 11. This is just a horrible time to get dry, right before playoffs, and they're about to get dry because Dark Boner's up to hit.
Absolutely, with another hit,
what
but
is Abe doing?
Fire Bro and Abe not running. Very poor decision making, so to say. I mean, I guess when you're up 7 runs, you are more cautious, but now's not the time to be cautious, especially when you're wanting to improve your run differential. But Koopa the Quick manages just to barely avoid being thrown out at first. But here we are with great Dry Boner. I believe one of the better hitters in the league. I believe him and regular Dry Bones are the top 2 batters in terms of batting percentage, actually.
So why didn't Kamek throw that? Why did the Violator? Okay. That's it. Okay.
Just questionable choices, but he's at second base for a reason, or at shortstop for a reason. But manages to track the ball even with the boo, but does not throw it quick enough to Tiny.
Bases are loaded, and they're gonna take out Donkey Kong, and they're gonna bring him in. Wow, they're gonna bring in.
Absolutely, and I'm surprised that was not a hit by pitch. It looked like a hit went straight through his arms.
And without getting any sort of Grand Slam troubles, it's a 9-1 ball game, but it is not looking good for the Titans right now.
Absolutely not, but this is a part of the batting order where you really want, where it's Jesse and you have the 2 Kong brothers, I believe, or family, at least some sort of family relations. But Jesse looking to hopefully get another hit to start the inning.
Oh, wow.
And it does get down.
It gets down. He's off to the second base. He's running towards... He's going to stay at second. So some life here for the Titans.
Absolutely. Especially with Funky Kong, who has, I believe, had 4 home runs within the last 2 games.
Yes. Since the trade, he has been going crazy. GM Spivey not too pleased about it because he traded him away. As Funky Kong's going to get Jesse home. It's now 9-2, and there's some semblance of an offense here for the Titans.
Absolutely, especially when you have your star batter in DK coming up to the plate to hopefully make an impact and try to bring back the score to a more respectable amount. But here we are with Abe with no outs and hits it straight towards Firebro to have a double play to just bring the game closer to an end. But honestly, just overall, just great respect to Abe, so to say. Been a great pitcher this entire season.
I really do.
I believe
to say. Oh wow, that's gonna go foul.
Yep, I believe Abe was traded from the Fury, if I'm correct.
I wouldn't know, but that makes sense.
Yep, I believe he was only GM Dawson with the very unique choice to trying to assemble an all-red M team, but Abe has made an impact here with Fallout.
Can I just say real quick though, it's one thing I struggle to understand as I saw Donkey Kong do what he did against Abe there. Stars to me is, I think, the biggest boom or bust mechanic in this game. It doesn't make quite much sense to me, because it seems as though more often than not, as it's now 9-3, the player who is starred will put up a stinker. It's either they're going to put up 20 or they're going to be the game's MVP.
Absolutely.
Because Donkey Kong is starred for the Titans, and he is not playing good at all.
No, he is not, but I guess it just depends on the player if they just have that dog mentality. But Donkey Kong, I guess, just becoming too arrogant within his, just overall skills and power, kind of lets it get to his, ego, and kind of lets it affect not only him, but the team as well. But it is a very interesting aspect of the DSA league. But Hammerbro looking to hopefully get another hit if the item block just got down quick enough, but it does not. But yes, it is a very interesting aspect of the game because we've seen how it has impacted Fallout Boys, who rotates between the two bros. But clearly, yeah, I know last week when Fallout Boys had Hammer Bro start, it did not impact the game as much as we usually seen it before. But here we are with a very low angle home run, 2-run home run for Firebro, his third of the game, a hat trick.
Indeed, that is devastating as well to the comeback hopes, and it looks like the Titans are going to potentially look at their 4th different pitcher today.
That's a scary thought. It's only the top of the 5th. To bring in your 4th pitcher in the game at this point, you're done. There's not a better way you could put it, where the runs will start affecting the run differential. All the players will start getting hot when you have a me coming in for relief for the Violator. But Dark Bones taking 2 pitches, just looking for a very specific one, but hits it straight towards Funky with the sexy play.
Yep.
I don't know why Funky's celebrating. You guys are down, I believe, 8
Anything
runs.
to get the excitement up, because they definitely need some sort of jolt in this game. And over the last 2, now we're looking at it, they've been outscored 24-6.
I mean,
and it'll stay that way. It has just been a horrible time to get cold. Horrible time.
absolutely.
Right before playoff time, playoff spot on the line.
I guess this was what kind of GM Spivey feared, where a great player just gets cold at the most inopportune times. But Abe finally coming off the mound with little BJ. And first pitch already using the star pitch.
It's going to do the splooge pick.
I'm
And he's gonna
surprised
do
the
it
umpire.
again.
Surprised the umpire can actually see it with the amount that he's.
Apparently Jesse's too much of a threat because he's gonna throw 3 straight star pitches at him and get him out.
I mean, whatever gets you out of this inning. But Funky up to the plate, taking first pitch strike.
And that is gone.
Ooh.
2-run homer, and finally, some more life. So it's not quite done yet, but Funky Kong injects some adrenaline into this very tired Titans offense. It'll be 11-5.
Absolutely. And here we are with Star DK.
It's going to be a ground out to left. Never mind. It's going to be a home run back-to-back. We talk about that boom or bust. It was just waiting to boom there. It's 11-6.
So just a surprise, I guess. Rally, not what you're expecting after giving up 5 runs in the first and giving up just 6 within the next 4. But Hammerbro with a sexy play to get the out at first.
That's what you wanted if you're Fallout Boys there. Try to avoid any extra damage because you do not want to get this team back in the game. But after being down 5-0, it's just been a straight 6-6 ball game.
Absolutely. I guess it just shows the grit that the Toadstool Titans have as a team to not let a 5-0 start like bring you down. But the ball just sneaks over DK, and Koopa the Quick going for 2, possibly 3. Yep. No, he just stays for 2. And I think
Kamek's tired.
Yeah, showing his frustration.
His wit's end.
The ball just lands fair, and Koopa the Quick stays at third, avoiding the throw at home plate. But the Violator finally coming out.
It's gonna be Boo.
But I guess one of the better reliever pitchers, Boo, coming in. But if Boo's coming in as relief pitcher, it shows that you're not in the right place as an offense, especially, or even more so to say, as a defense. When you have 2 of the better pitchers in the league, where you have Funky and DK, you do not want to see Boo coming in as your 4th relief pitcher.
Ooh, almost a triple play there. That would have been huge for them to try to cut down this lead, but here comes Hammerbro. And that's why I said that, but it's going to land short. And unless his power-up gets there, it doesn't. That'll end as Toadstool gets fucking murdered. Make it a 12-6 game. They need as many runs as possible right now. Honestly, this game is not over. It does not seem over as long as they keep hitting the way they've been hitting the last couple of innings.
Absolutely. And back to Boo, who is the relief pitcher right now, gets on base with I guess without the use of, in spite of the items. But speaking of the items are really hit or miss, similar to how you're saying about the star power. I feel like that bomb does not impact the game in any sort of way.
Items are kind of iffy for me.
Absolutely, and here we are with, I believe, Noah at the plate.
Oh,
just
wow.
Sneaks through the middle.
This is exactly what we want. Bases loaded, no outs.
But not who you want to score.
That's a strike? Hello?
Maybe we actually do this ABS system to introduce into the game. But no item to affect the play.
Boo's gonna run home. And it's gonna get in. And it's 12-7, so a sack fly there from Toadstool. As Tiny comes up to hit.
Taking first pitch strike. I feel like you need to be more.
Oh, wow. That
Tiny with a double play.
They had a chance to get back in this one. That was their chance. And they only got 1 run out of it. So now they need to limit the damage here. At most, you can give up a run.
Absolutely. But with an incredible hitter like Bowser Jr. coming up to the plate, charging up. But I feel like Tiny should have been more aggressive with the bat there, being patient. Just not what you need right now. But Bowser Jr. getting on base. But here has been the star of the game, Fire Bro.
And that's his first
Sneaks
at bat, I think, where he doesn't hit a homer. And he's gonna get safe at first. You really need to get out here. You really need to get out if you're the Titans. You need to get out as soon as possible. Because this is getting dangerous.
Absolutely. But with that previous at bat with Fire Bro, he has gone 5 for 5 for the entire game. And Abe with another RBI.
Oh, wow.
And the rundown between with Fire Bro, but he manages to stay safe. But incredible, just overall incredible performance from Fire Bro. He has gone 5 for 5 today with 3 home runs, a double, and a single. And if somehow the cycle does go around, he just needs a triple for the cycle. But Boo coming out of the game for their 5th pitcher, and it's gonna be
Yellow Toad.
Piss Toad. Never have I ever been more of an advocate for what's it called, the mercy rule right now.
I mean, I don't think this falls under mercy. It is 15-7 at the top of the 7th.
But with
Game's
how
almost over. Oh wow.
with how explosive this offense has been,
That might seal it there.
absolutely.
It is now 17-7. They're going to need an 11-run inning to win this game and a 10-run inning to extend it. It's not looking good. That might have just sealed it.
Absolutely has sealed it. But I don't know if ever in DSA history has there been an entire game when every single pitcher every player has pitched in the game. So, because so far I believe this is the 5th pitcher.
Fair. Yes, this is the 5th pitcher right now for the Titans. It's just been a disgusting effort today. Just not good at all.
Absolutely not. But here we are with Mayo trying to extend the lead. Hits it straight towards Funky.
Double
There's double play to end the top of the 7th.
The target is 10 runs. Can they do it? I don't think so. They're going to need some help.
Absolutely. But with, I guess so to say, the better part of the batting order with Jesse and Funky and DK, possibly a scoring opportunity here.
That's not what you want.
Nope. Bowser
You fucking-
Jr. showing
Go
his
away.
discomfort to keep staying in the game, but who else can actually come in for Fall Out Boys if Bowser Jr. comes out? Foul block affecting the game gets Funky to second base instead of it just being a normal single. But starred Bowser coming up to the plate.
Yeah, this is definitely Bowser.
Or about,
And
ignore us.
Bowser hits it foul.
No, I just got Wigglers on my mind right now.
And there
Or,
goes...
beg your pardon,
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's been,
In the world,
if it's
throw
official
it.
yet. Oh, yeah, speaking of Bowser, because
It's
even though
Funky
my
Bowser
dumbass
hits the
brain,
foul.
yeah, even though my dumbass brain can't speak right now, but speaking of
That's it.
Bowser, how do you feel
That's it.
about the new rebrand that's been announced for the
Who cares,
Wigglers?
dude? The game just ended.
This game's been long over since the first. I don't know.
Yeah,
You
but
got
still,
to think of something else.
17-7 is your final. We're looking at obviously a Fire Pro MVP. And if you look at 4 players with at least 100 today. That's not much of a surprise, all things considered, and how this game went. When your 5th lowest player had an 80, that's how you know you did well. And then your 6th lowest player had a 75. Just a disgusting effort today.
Absolutely, but Fire Bro just putting on a show for the Fall Out Boys. Exactly what they needed after coming off a loss last week. An upset, rather.
Indeed. And Funky Kong. Look at Funky Kong here today. You got to give him his props despite the loss, putting up 120. And a very, he's kind of the only reason this game was closer than it really deserved to be. But very valiant effort from him.
Absolutely, but especially when it's as we inch closer to the playoffs, the players need to kind of lock in because right now it's like how you said throughout the entire game. Now is not the time to be getting cold.
Speaking of playoffs, this win here for the Fallout Boys means they have clinched a playoff spot, and they have clinched not only just the playoff spot, but a top 2 seed, which means both conferences have been completely decided, and all that remains left to decide are the wild card spots. And it gets really interesting now because this puts the Royals, excuse me, not the Royals, the Titans at 5-4. And we have essentially a whole bunch of teams that are within that 5-win radius.
Absolutely, but now with the Titans losing 10 runs to the run differential, it's hard to say if they're still, if this is a big enough buffer for them to be comfortable within, like, be comfortable with how much they have left.
Yeah, so far, it's looked like the last 2 weeks now, because they've lost by 10 2 weeks in a row. They lost 13-3 last week, and they lose 17-7 this week. They've been outscored 30-10 over their last 2 games, and they are going into next game against the Royals, and that is one of the games that will decide who goes to the playoffs.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, whoever does win that Week 10 matchup will be in the playoffs, no matter what.
Yeah, no matter what.
But, yes, and then both teams will be fearing for their lives, especially when you have the two, or I guess so to say, the bottom 2 teams, or the 7 and 8 seed right now, the Slugging Heat and Mayhem, hoping that, well, one, they need to win their games today, but with Slugging Heat facing Fury, guaranteed win. The only problem is Mayhem and the Warriors.
Yeah,
but other than that,
I think that's it from us. The final here is 17-7. I have been Ben.
I have been Matthew.
And thank you for watching.
Yeah, and I'm never gonna lead off the intro ever again.
Never put me in the booth
Never.
ever again. Like ever. Like